On a sunny afternoon in Seoul, shocking news emerged among BTS fans when one of the members, Jimin, was spotted having a meeting with someone touted as future Jim at a well-known restaurant. Although Jimin is currently serving in the military, this meeting became a hot topic in the BTS fan community. Army Jimin, who is also currently serving his military duty, was granted special permission to attend the meeting. The restaurant chosen is not just any place but one of the BTS favorite locations, which is located in the Gangnam area. The restaurant is known for its private atmosphere, which celebrities often choose to meet without being distracted by paparazzi. According to a nearby source, this meeting was an initiative of Jimin himself. Previously, news about candidate Jimin has started circulating among fans since the last few weeks. The person referred to as Jim and candidate is someone who is considered to have the potential to replace Jim's position during his absence in the entertainment world. However, Jimin seems to have doubts about this decision. As one of BTS's oldest members, Jimin feels a responsibility to make sure Jim's replacement can represent the group well. Therefore, he asked the agency to arrange this meeting before giving a final decision. The restaurant where the meeting takes place is carefully selected to maintain privacy. Jimin arrived early wearing casual clothes, a simple white t-shirt and jeans, complete with a black mask to partially cover his face. He looked calm but a little nervous, which was evident from the way he kept checking his phone. Shortly thereafter, candidate Jim arrived. He was a young man with an attractive appearance and a friendly smile, dressed in a black leather jacket and slim fit pants. She exuded an aura of confidence. The meeting takes place in the restaurant's private dining room, which is decorated with warm lighting and minimalist decor. Sources close to the meeting gave little information about the conversation between the two. Jimin opened the conversation in a formal but relaxed tone, introduced himself and immediately asked the candidate a few questions. One of Jin's first questions was, "What is the reason you want to be a part of BTS, even if it's just for a while?" Candidate Jim responded excitedly, saying that he was honored to be able to represent Jim and help maintain the good name of BTS during Jim's military service. He also mentioned that he has idolized BTS for a long time and has a great desire to learn from them. However, that answer didn't seem to have completely convinced Jimin. In a serious tone, he asked more about how the candidate would deal with the enormous pressure of being part of BTS given the group's enormous global influence. This question made candidate Jim silent for a moment before giving a straightforward answer. "I know this is not an easy responsibility. I will give my best and continue to learn in order to meet expectations both from other BTS members and fans," said candidate Jim. Although the conversation went quite smoothly, several people who were on site revealed that Jimin still looked unsure of the candidate. This can be seen from the serious look on his face throughout the meeting. Several times Jimin was seen nodding slowly but still showing a cautious attitude. After about an hour of conversation, Jimin finally ended the meeting with an important message to candidate Jim. "Being part of BTS is not just about singing and dancing, it's about how you carry our values and remain humble in the midst of great popularity. I hope you really understand that." Candidate Jim nodded and promised to consider Jin's message seriously before leaving the restaurant. The two shook hands warmly. However, Jimin has yet to make a final decision on whether to support or reject the candidate. News of this meeting soon spread on social media, especially among the ARMY. Many fans are curious about who Jim really is and whether he really has the capacity to be part of BTS, even if only temporarily. Some fans were worried that the presence of a replacement candidate could change the dynamics of a group that has been so close. Others, however, are optimistic, believing that the agency will make the best decision to keep BTS's good name. Hashtags such as #KalenJim, #Jin Baron Jim and #BTS remained trending on Twitter for several hours after this news emerged. Some ARMY even made funny memes about Jin's serious expression during the meeting. In addition to Gon, several other BTS members also gave their opinions on the candidate Jimin, though only through short interviews or comments on social media. As the leader of BTS, stated that he trusted the agency's decision and was confident that the selection process was carried out very carefully. Jimin is an irreplaceable part of BTS, but if there is someone chosen to help us during his absence, I believe it is the best decision, said in an interview with Korean media Suga. And V also expressed similar things, although they emphasized more on the importance of supporting Jimin during the draft. No matter who comes or goes, Jimin will always be our Jimin, Suga said on a radio show. This meeting between Jin and candidate Jimin marks the first step of a major decision to be taken by BTS's agency. Although there are still doubts from Jin, this meeting shows that BTS is very careful about maintaining their reputation and group dynamics. The final decision on whether this candidate will actually be part of BTS during Jimin's enlistment will likely be announced in the coming weeks for ARMY. This meeting is a reminder that BTS is a family that always tries to take care of each other both in times of joy and sorrow. They know that every step this group takes is always based on the values they have built from the beginning. Here's a continuation of the story about BTS's Jin meeting with BTS's future Jimin at a restaurant. I will continue to write until I meet your narrative needs. Jimin isn't the only candidate being considered by BTS's agency Big Hit Entertainment before getting to the stage of meeting with GON. The agency had conducted a rigorous selection for months. The candidates are required to meet very specific criteria, including vocal ability, dance charisma on stage, and of course a personality that aligns with BTS's values. According to internal sources, Big Hit Entertainment is not looking for a permanent replacement but rather someone who can help maintain the group's performance during Jimin's absence. It's not about replacing Jimin because he's an integral part of BTS. We just want to make sure that the group can still give their best performance without sacrificing the harmony that has been built, said one of the agency staff who did not want to be named. Jimin and candidates who meet with Jin are candidates who have successfully passed various stages of auditions. However, there's still many doubts among fans and BTS members themselves. Many felt that without Jimin, BTS would not be the same for ARMY. Jimin is not just a member of BTS. He is a person who gives positive energy, whether through his melodious voice, his incredible dancing, or his friendly personality. Over the years, Jimin has created many unforgettable moments with the members and fans. Not a few fans refer to Jimin as the soul of BTS. He is known as someone who always supports other members even in difficult times. Therefore, his absence due to conscription became something that was very felt by the group and fans. This also made many ARMY feel skeptical of the agency's decision to seek a temporary replacement. They felt that no one could really fill the void left by Jimin. As the oldest member of BTS, Jin has a unique view of this situation. Although he seems less convinced of Jimin's candidacy, Jin also understands that this is a decision taken for the good of the group. He has always been known as a rational and forward-thinking figure. In an interview before he started enlistment, Jin once said that he always felt responsible for the welfare of other members. As young, I want to make sure that we can all go through this journey together as best we can. If something feels wrong, I have to talk, he said.